I have high expectations for all of my students, and I feel that the CKLA curriculum really brings those high expectations and shows the students you can do this learning.
CKLA is a curriculum that studies core knowledge, language arts. We think about language arts being the building blocks to reading and writing. So of course that involves phonics, but it also involves reading words and comprehension. The CKLA with the core knowledge piece has that component where they're learning the knowledge of things in the world, things that maybe they had not thought about and things that were outside of their own experience.
We get to now read about the Aztecs. And then we're going to be able to see, how does the Aztec civilization compare to the Maya?
This empire existed more than 500 years after the Maya abandoned their great inland city-states.
They don't have a lot of background knowledge of history. So helping them to see history and relate history to today and to their lives, looking at words and text in a deeper way, now I can't get them to stop talking. Our room is abuzz with conversation, and they ask questions beyond the text that I'm not even asking. So just seeing their engagement develop naturally has been really exciting to see.
Their understanding of the world around them is so different than what it's been in the past. I feel like our lessons in the past have been so about their own worlds and about their own experiences. And now we're saying, you know what, let's go over to England and let's find out how the stories are told there. Or let's learn about this story that took place in Egypt. And then we're exploring through a map. And I think that's really exciting for them.
I think children see themselves in the stories, and it makes it come alive for them. CKLA, it's very intentional. In the area of phonics, phonemic awareness, vocabulary, and comprehension and fluency, which are the 5 pillars of literacy. So we can give teachers, as educators, this toolbox of great things so that they can own those pieces and then that they can share them with their students, and their students can grow and succeed.
CKLA does a lot with words in isolation. So when you're learning how to spell words or you're understanding, the tricky words within the stories, they'll isolate those. And the kids are really good about using them in sentences.
Pancake.
P-A-N-K.
I dress up as a candy cane.
It engages all learners because the kids are using what they already know, but they're able to build off one another as well.
It's been powerful to see the multiple exposures to vocabulary words, and there might be 1 vocabulary word for a lesson, there might be 8 vocabulary words for a lesson.
In the desert, among the Bedouins. Life for the Bedouins was difficult and dangerous. Finding enough water in the desert to survive was a constant struggle.
The students are able to look for syllable parts. They're able to look for prefixes and suffixes in the vocabulary. We talk about the definitions. There's a glossary that they are able to utilize in their reader and in their activity book. So if they do need to go back to those definitions, it's available to them. And then as the lessons progress, we come back to vocabulary words. We talk about examples within the text, examples within the real world. So it is really involved in their speaking, their listening, and their reading, as well as their writing.
From a teacher perspective, it's so much more comprehensive. The lessons are very rigorous because the kids are held accountable. Everybody can practice the skills that we're working on each day in every lesson.
I really feel that CKLA, in the study of science of reading and how the brain works, that they're teaching those modalities that every brain can access. We might have to work with some of our kiddos a little bit longer in certain areas for different reasons, but it still lays that great foundation that they can build on.
I'm hoping that kids will see text as less intimidating, that they can read any text if they have these skills for vocabulary, these skills for breaking words apart, skills of rereading, skimming, scanning, just the diving back into text to really finding a deep understanding. And that will open up learning for everyone in multiple aspects of their lives and their future. I'm proud to be doing this field study because I feel like it is giving what is best for students right now. I have high expectations for all of my students, and I feel that the CKLA curriculum really brings those high expectations and shows the students you can do rigorous learning, you can read rigorous texts. So I'm very proud to be a part of this in the Oshkosh Area School District.